All right, so this is the beauty of living in base while being on reserve. I've got a 5-day reserve block, and yesterday I was put on short call, or notified that I'd be on short call today. Just got notified 30 minutes ago, which was 10:45 in the morning, that I've got a report time at 4 o'clock for just a quick out and back trip that I'm doing up to LaGuardia. So instead of being overly stressed, overly rushed, I'm just gonna take the kids to the grocery store real quick. Gonna make them lunch. Mother-in-law is gonna come take them. I'm gonna casually drive down to the airport. I'm gonna do the flight and come back. So nice, so much less stressful than when I was commuting up to Detroit. It's just awesome, even on short call, which is what Delta does, like the 3-hour call out versus long call, which is an 18-hour call out. It's still not a lot of stress. It's really nice. All right, we're on our way to Walmart real quick to pick up a couple things before I have to get going.
Dad, can you play music?
Yes.
Place for never rain. The end. Why would you sing that? Toy.
So I usually just pre-position my bags out here in the family room, and that way I can just pack them up real quick and then get out the door if I need to. All right, so I have opted to take my roller bag, and honestly I take my roller bag because it's just easier to walk through the airport. It's easier to transport all my bags. So plus, in the off chance that I get stuck in LaGuardia, I'm gonna bring a couple things. So things like workout clothes, not gonna bring them. So this whole bag gone. So I will bring probably just my normal load of clothes, like my 3 days worth, just because I want to unpack it. I'll throw the shoes in there just in case. Probably not even gonna bother with sandals, and I'll throw in my toiletry bag. So like the extra clothes, my work clothes, the workout clothes, all that stuff, I'll just leave out. So, but yeah, that's it. All right, I have some chicken that I was marinating that I meant to grill yesterday that I'm just gonna grill real quick before I leave. And I'll wind up probably taking it, today's Tuesday, I'll wind up taking it Thursday and Friday on my next trip that I'm going on. But right now, I'm just gonna get knocked out real fast. Okay, while the chicken is cooking outside and the kids are upstairs watching TV, I try not to let them do that, but I gotta do a little bit of editing before I walk out the door, and then I'll be on my way. Always stuff to do. I took a quick shower and now I am just getting my uniform on.
Daddy, why are you talking to me, Dada? Nobody's talking.
I know, there's no one there. I'm just talking to the camera.
Why are you talking to the camera?
Because I'm crazy. Mother-in-law's here. I'm heading out. So loud, so hot. Okay, I am on my way. The mother-in-law is watching the kids until Ashley gets home, and I am heading down to the airport. Looks like I should get there with like 40 minutes to spare, so not terrible. Thank you. You too, thank you. All right, here we go. Walking up to the bus. Made it, and we're getting ready to go. All right, I'm in LaGuardia. It's a quick turn. We're heading back to Atlanta. Not bad. Cool flight in. Pretty outside tonight. All right, on the elevator, going to catch the bus. Just finished the flight, going home. All right, it is 11:24 at night. Quick turn, wasn't bad, awesome flight, great captain. It is late, so I'm heading home. I'm off tomorrow, and then I get back at it Thursday, and I have a 3-day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, I want to explain a little bit more about reserve in base, and I want to mention the kind of blessing versus curse of commuting. The upside to commuting is that it does allow you to pretty much live wherever you want and still have an awesome job doing something that is really fun. And that's why I chose this job, because I wanted to live in a specific location, and if I had to commute, so be it. Now, the downside to commuting is once you start doing it, you realize how much unnecessary time you spend traveling as opposed to being at home. And I'll use the schedule of the week that I just filmed, which you just saw, as an example here. So I had a 5-day reserve block from Tuesday until Saturday, and on Monday at 12 p.m. I was notified that I'd be put on short call on Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. How Delta does their reserve according to their contract is you are put on an 18-hour call out known as long call. However, Delta can convert you to short call 18 hours prior to your short call starting, or at 12 p.m. the day prior to your first day of reserve. Now, this is getting far too into the weeds about scheduling here at Delta, but just know for the sake of this example, short call equals about 3 hours, long call equals 18 hours. So on Tuesday, I did that LaGuardia turn, which is what you saw earlier. I finished up that trip, had a rest day on Wednesday, and then was notified that I had a 3-day from Thursday to Saturday with a start time on Thursday at 6:15 a.m. Now let's use this same schedule and let's assume that I'm commuting to reserve, say, in Detroit, which I did for a little while. That LaGuardia turn didn't finish till about 10 p.m. and the last flight from Detroit to Atlanta leaves at 9:20 p.m., meaning that I would have missed it and had to have spent the night in Detroit. Now, I could get up Wednesday morning and take the 5:20 a.m. flight from Detroit to Atlanta, which would essentially put me home at my house at 10 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. I could spend the day with Ashley and the kids, and then I could take the 10:59 p.m. flight Wednesday evening back up to Detroit, spend the night yet again in a hotel, and then get up the next morning to start that trip at 6:15 a.m. on Thursday. Honestly, that is far too much travel and far too much work. What I would have done is just stayed up in Detroit all day Wednesday, gotten a hotel those 2 nights, and then gotten up Thursday morning to start that 3-day trip. So not only is that one less day that I get at home, but I also have to pay out of pocket for 2 nights in a hotel. As it stands, because I live in base, when I was done with my LaGuardia turn on Tuesday, I had all day Wednesday off. Coincidentally, Ashley also had that day off of work, so we got to spend the entire day together with the kids. I got up early on Thursday morning, which I actually prefer. I prefer the early morning shows. It's 4:21 in the morning on the 27th of June. I'm starting a 3-day. And then I drove to Atlanta and started a great 3-day. Went to Austin. All right, heading to Austin. I'm Atlanta. Went for a run. Just got done working out in Austin. Going to get some barbecue. And then got a great barbecue dinner with the captain that evening.
Oh boy, that's good.
On the next day, I went to West Palm Beach, Florida, hung out there, had a great overnight. And then on Saturday, my last day, I did have 3 legs, and the last 2 were an Atlanta and New Orleans turn.
Doing a New Orleans turn from Atlanta, and then we're done.
Went to New Orleans, got some beignets for Ashley and the kids, and it was done by 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, which gave me the entire rest of the day off. Done with that trip, walking to the car, and heading home. And ultimately, I didn't have to worry about commuting from, say, Detroit to Atlanta after I was done for the day. So yes, commuting does allow you to pretty much, for the most part, live wherever you want to live. But if you have the ability to live in base, whether on reserve or if you're holding a line, it is so much nicer to be able to do that. It's a lot less stressful, and you realize how much more time you get to spend at home. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that one. I will see you on the next one. See ya.